Yeah, the moment it became the most apparent to me was in the ring when Eddie came into the ring and they had security, like 4 or 5 security cornering him off like they used to do with Mike Tyson at his most aggressive. And
Yep.
that's when it hit me. I'm like, oh my God, like he's really, really mad. Like,
So that was my idea. So I was
okay.
talking to the promoter the night before the show. We had a production meeting that night where we go through the run through and the commentary and the lights and the camera and all that type of stuff. And I told the promoter, I go, we need security in the ring. And he's like, won't that mess up the vibe? And I go, no, Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, when they fought, they had security separate them in the ring. He goes, oh, okay, that's not a bad idea. So he had security in it. And then I don't know if you guys noticed during the fight, but I don't know if one security guard wasn't paying attention, but we had the line of security going diagonal. Eddie and Thor just walked around security and then got face to face in the middle of the ring. It was like, luckily they didn't do anything and they had themselves controlled at that point. But I was like looking at security, like, hello, like, what are you guys doing? So no, the Mike Tyson thing, you're 100% right, John. That was my thought to the promoter.
Yeah, kudos on that. I mean, not that I want people to attack each other or anything, but if anything, it enhanced the vibe. It didn't kill the vibe.
Look, that was a question that was posed to me. Look, I don't like how it got out of control. You never want that. No. It's a safety hazard, all that type of stuff. You never want to get out of control. But would I prefer to have a boxing match where the two people don't like each other? Kinda, yeah. I think that makes for a better fight. Don't get me wrong. I want them to respect each other, but I don't want them to be best friends and go in there and just hug each other. Like I want hands to be thrown. I would prefer a fight where they both want to win, where it's an intense rivalry. I like they had some stakes on the line with the charity and the tattoo and all that type of stuff. That all just adds, in my opinion, to a more exciting fight. But I don't like that it got out of hand.
Have you, in the boxing world, what's a fight that comes to mind where something like that happened, where there was just a genuine rivalry and it made for a great fight? And I have one in mind where they actually fought twice and the guy in my mind who was the hero came out on top in the end. But do you have a fight like that in mind where there was just an intense rivalry and it made for a great fight?
I mean, the most heated rivalry in recent time is Conor and Habib. I mean, that's the most heated rivalry that I can think of, and I do think it led to a good fight. It went 4 rounds. Habib ended up winning, but I thought it was a pretty good fight. Again, but that got even more out of hand after that fight. So again, you want that heated rivalry, but you do want it to stay kind of calm and collected. I think that, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder in the heavyweight boxing realm, I think they genuinely didn't like each other. They kept it reasonably controlled. So again, I think that's a good example of having two very competitive people. I don't think it got too out of hand. Yeah, they shoved each other during a press conference, but that happens out of 1 out of 3 press conferences anyway. So that one comes to mind. But yeah, it's you don't want to get out of control, but I like it to be a little bit heated.
Yeah, the one I had in mind was Antonio Margarito Miguel Cotto. So when they fought the first time, there was I'll call it Glovegate, and then they fought again, and Cotto showed his skill and won like he should win, and it was just a great comeback.
You're a boxing fan, John.
I'm a huge boxing fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, you dropped that reference. I was like, all right, you might be onto something here.
Oh, I should have told you. First of all, I'm 20 years older than you are, so I've seen quite a few fights. Sure. Yeah, but no, the first fight I think I ever remember seeing was Mike Tyson, Pinkland Thomas, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Early. That was early, if I remember.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I've seen quite a few fights. I'll tell you some stories off the air later.
I love it.